When you walk in on a call, in particular a cold call, do you stumble and struggle and try to think about what you're going to say when you're standing in front of the person? And before you say no, let me tell you that I have seen that over and over and over, dozens and dozens of times in the last 4 years. You would think that eventually someone would realize that they needed to make a little bit of preparation. Well, good afternoon. I'm Larry Hendrick from The Magnum Life at www.themagnumlife.com. And in another of our Selling 101 series, I wanted to cover something that I term the introduction. We talked about cold calling and how you can make some preparations for that, determine where you're going to go, maybe even do a little research and find some names, but frequently you just end up with some extra time on your hands and you're just going to hit a couple of locations that seem likely and make that cold call. Well, let me ask you this. Have you prepped the introduction? Here's what I see frequently working with sales reps when we decide to do this and make a cold call. Hi, I'm John with I'm John with ABC Company, and I was just wondering if maybe if I can't stand it. There's no reason to be ill-prepared for a call like this when you're going to make a call like that potentially dozens of times in a week, at least in a month. I worked for a company a long time ago that required 20 cold calls a day, plus your regular appointments. Now, there could be some argument as to how effective or efficient some of those cold calls were, but point being, if you're going to do this on a regular basis, there's no reason to be clumsy and cluttery. You should be able to walk in, introduce yourself, ask the questions that you want to get the answers to, find out what information you're going to be able to get, because frankly, some people have been instructed to give you nothing, not even their name, no matter how much you smile and joke and have fun and are friendly and all of those things. But you need to have that down pat. What are you going to say? What are you going to ask? How are you going to just make that approach and introduce yourself so that you don't look like a bumbling, stumbling idiot? It's not hard. You know your name. Hopefully you know the company that you work for. You know what you do for a living, don't you? So even if it's not fantastic, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend saying, "Hi, I'm John with ABC Company and we solve all your problems," that would not be the approach I would normally recommend, and we'll get into those things later in this series. But think about what you're going to say. That's all I wanted to introduce and bring up in this video. Don't be a bumbling, stumbling doofus. Gosh. Especially when I'm with you, because it just embarrasses me. Well, I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but if you're in Texas and you're enjoying this t-shirt weather, great. If you're up north and you're getting record snowfall, sorry. But come on down here. We're friendly. Let's be safe out there.